Hey everyone, welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. So today we have a drag build and tune for the 2003 Toyota Celica. So if you enjoyed the video or find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, so first off we're going to take the 2003 Celica up to the festival drag strip so that we can see how fast it can get by the speed trap at the end. So pulling up to the line here, we're going to launch from about 4,000 RPM, drop it there, go straight into second gear and third. That way you get the best launch for the acceleration. We'll hold fifth gear up until the end and we got a speed of 347 kilometers an hour. Alright, so now we're taking our 2003 Celica SS into the festival drag strip race. This is so we can see how fast you can get with the time by the end, as well as seeing how fast it is against the other cars. So starting the race here, we'll see if we can out-launch any of them. So again, straight into second gear, up into third. So we're not quite winning here, but this always happens. We always get beaten at these high difficulty levels. Up into sixth. We didn't quite win that one, but we got a time of 13.7 seconds. With a bit of practice though, the Celica is able to do about a 13.4 second run down the drag strip there. But now that we've seen how fast it is, we'll now take it into the festival and I'll show you how to upgrade and tune it. Alright, so we're going to bring the 2003 Toyota Celica SS into the custom upgrade menu here. So first off, we'll come down to the conversions tab and into engine swaps. In here we're putting in the 3-litre inline 6 turbo racing engine. That is the 2JZ for this car. And we're also going to be throwing on the all-wheel drive as well for maximum grip as we launch. So out of the conversions now into aero and appearance. So let's put on the lightest options here. That includes removing the rear wing. That saves a bit of weight, as well as adding one of the carbon hoods. We're just going to put this one on here. Alright, so out of aero and appearance, we're now going to come into tyres and rims. So as always, put on the drag tyre compound. Then we're not going to increase the width of the front tyres, we'll leave that stock. But the rear ones, we're going to increase these to the 265s, biggest option there. Then we're also going to be putting on some lighter weight rims. Pick whatever you want, as long as they are as light as possible. So out of the rim style, we're just going to add the spacers to the front and rear wheels now. So out of tyres and rims, now into the drivetrain. So in here, we're going to leave the stock transmission because this is the 6-speed. Then we're going to be adding the race front driveline and the race differential. So out of the drivetrain, now into the platform and handling. So in here, we're doing the race brakes, then the rally or off-road springs and dampeners, then the race front and rear anti-roll bars, and then the race weight reduction. And finally is the engine. So in here, we're just going to max it out. So race fuel system, race ignition, race valves, race engine block, and then the race turbo. So that's it as far as upgrades go for the Celica. So you can go ahead and apply all of these. Okay, so now that we've upgraded the Celica, we can now come over to the custom tuning menu here. So first off, I'll show you the metric tune and then I'll show you the differences for the imperial tune, and I'll leave the tune code on screen now. So for your tire pressures, you also make sure these are 1.0 in the front and the rear. Then if we come over to the gearing, we're going to set our final drive here all the way down to 2.20. First, we're going to set this to 5.70, so you have to come a fair way up to there. Then second gear, we'll be setting this to 3.50, so again you come up a bit. Then third, we'll be setting this to 2.25, down a little bit. Fourth will be set to 1.71. Fifth will be set to 1.29. And sixth will be set to 0.97. So next is the alignment. We're going to set our front and rear camber angles here to 0 degrees and our front cast angle to 7 degrees. Next is the anti-roll bars. We're just going to stiffen these up as much as possible. So 65 in the front, also 65 in the rear. Then if we come over to the springs for the front here, you want to set these up to 60.0. And in the rear, we'll bring this up to 40.0. Then the ride heights, we're going to leave the front at 19.0, but we're going to drop the rear as low as possible, down to 14.7. Next is the dampening. So your front rebound stiffness here, we're going to bring this down to 2.7, come all the way down to there. The rear rebound stiffness, we're going to bring this to 8.9. Then the front bump stiffness, we're going to leave this at 2.4, but the rear bump stiffness, we're going to bring this up to 8.3. So finally is the differential tab at the end. So your front acceleration here, bring this up to 90%. Then the rear acceleration, we're going to bring this up to 95%. And then the center balance, we're going to bring this to 79%. So that's it as far as the metric tune goes for the Celica. So you can go ahead and apply all of these. Okay, so as far as differences go for the Imperial tune, is you want 15 PSI on both the front and rear tires. Then if we come over to the springs tab here, you want 336 in the front, 223 in the rear, and the ride heights will be set to 7.5 and 5.8. So that's it as far as the differences go for the Imperial tune. So you can go ahead and apply all of these. Alright everyone, so this has been a drag build and tune for the 2003 Toyota Celica SS. So if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.